Hi there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel and welcome to another Writer Wednesday video. If you watched yesterday's video, you know that I'm wrapping up one of my nonfiction self-help / memoir books. And after that, I am jumping into something I've never done before, which is writing a fiction adult novel. But before I do that, I'm going to give myself an education, the education I need. And while I'm not going to do it to the degree that some people online are doing it, I am jumping onto a trend called the personal curriculum trend. Like I said, I'm not going to get fancy. I'm not going to get complicated. But what I am going to do is invest in and enjoy learning more about the craft of writing. And so I am investing, I was going to say donating, but investing is the right word, one of my composition notebooks into becoming my own craft book. It's going to have all the information that I read and glean and I find really helpful in my writing practice and in my process of writing in one notebook. But in order to get stuff to put in here, I have to find things to digest and chew on and actually learn about the writing process. So today I'm going to share with you 3 specific things: a PDF that I bought off Etsy and 2 books that I've purchased and invested in for my writing process and learning, and actually hopefully to use as inspiration while I'm working on my new fiction book. And all the links to everything will be down below. So first, let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about this PDF that I purchased off of Etsy. This, I think, is originally $2.35, and it is from goodmoodprintables.etsy.com. Again, link in the description down below. But the reason I loved this particular PDF is because it's everything at a glance. Specifically, 5 essential story elements: setting, character, plot, theme, and conflict. I liked it because it was 1 page. And I'm actually going to be putting this in my craft book, my handy dandy little composition notebook. And I'm actually going to print another copy and keep it posted by my desk where I'm actually writing. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice, colorful, but clean, orderly, at a glance resource or map of what's important in fiction writing, I can't recommend this highly enough. Again, super cheap, $2.35 normal price. I got it on sale for 30% off, paid $1.64. And then, I don't know if you're familiar with printables on Etsy, but once you purchase it, it's yours to keep and you can print it again and again and again. And so I liked that. So yeah, this printable is definitely worth its weight in gold so far. Next, there's a book, and I'm not finished with it yet, I'm going to be honest, but I'm loving it so much. So much so far. And it's called Just Right: Creating Unforgettable Fiction in a Rewarding Writing Life by James Scott Bell. Now, this is a Writer's Digest book, and I'm split. About half the Writer's Digest books I love, the other half, they get just too out there, too thick, I don't know. I find myself having to wade through them. This, on the other hand, is an incredibly easy read. And I gotta say, it's got me prepared to hit the ground running. Writers are given a wealth of opportunities to cultivate a successful writing life, break out, and find an audience for their work. Yet so many writers, from beginner to veterans, find their careers stuck in neutral. The solution is simple: just write. Write yourself past fears, doubts, and setbacks, and use your desire for writing excellence to deeply immerse yourself in the craft. In Just Right, best-selling author and veteran writing coach James Scott Bell shows you how to develop unforgettable stories while leading a rewarding writing life. You'll learn how to master the nuance of fiction, discover what readers really want, and persevere through the challenges of getting started, conquering writer's block, and dealing with rejection. Look inside to discover how. And so this book is $17.99 on Amazon. I got it on sale. I paid... how much did I pay for this? $9.97. And the reason I'm recommending it is because, 1, it's not overwhelming. 2, it feels like a conversation. And 3, it's still full of the good stuff. I am still highlighting lots in here. And so, I mean, I've only just started this book, to be honest with you. I'm only on page 13, and I've already got good stuff to put in my craft book, my composition notebook. So can't recommend this one highly enough. Now, the next book is a little odd because it's not normally the kind of book I would buy. It is not really a craft book in terms of learning the skill of writing fiction. However, there is some of that in here. I will put it that way. But it's not your typical book. It's called Wonderbook, The Illustrated Guide to Creating Imaginative Fiction by Jeff VanderMeer, the author of the Steampunk Bible. Now, first of all, I did not buy this one on Amazon, though you can, and I did later on. This exact copy I found at my local half-price bookstore, and it was only $10. And I had a coupon, so that helped. But this book is incredibly rich with illustrations, full color printing, and it's got tons of stuff just about creativity, things you can read short form in order to get your creative juices flowing. And like I said, there are some bit of storytelling. It does have some craft information about the 3-part story structure, world building. Oh, here it is. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 talks about exposition, rising action, falling action, all that good stuff. In fact, I am going to put a little note here so I don't lose this page. But anyway, I found this book, and my husband found me walking around Half Price Bookstore carrying it. And he said, "What did you find? I can't believe this is here. Oh my goodness, it's even less than half price because the cover price for this book is only $24.95. And I say only because this is an expensive print job. And it's crazy thick paper. It's a heavy book, beautiful pictures, full color. It's not cheap to print a book like this. So at $10 plus my coupon at Half Price Books, it was a steal. And now that I'm venturing out into writing fiction, I need to immerse myself in new and different things to force my brain to think differently and to, break outside that proverbial box, so to speak. But here's the thing. My husband and I are sharing this book, which I don't have a problem sharing, but I wanted my own copy for 2 reasons. One, I like to mark up my books. Jason doesn't. If I am really into a book, I want to use and abuse it. And to be honest, Ryan Holiday once said that he writes in his books, and he thinks it's the highest compliment you can give an author because then it truly is like a 2-way dialogue. You're really, you're interacting with what the author has said and is trying to communicate. And so he saw it as a good thing. Ryan Holiday does. I do as well, but my husband is not one of those people. He likes to, if he's going to take notes, he's going to do it on a notepad or a sticky note and put it inside the book. So that's reason number 1. Because we're sharing this copy, I don't feel like I can truly be myself while I'm using it. And number 2, while I think this is a great book and it's a great deal, it's got a glued binding, so it doesn't exactly lay flat. And you can see that the pages could eventually begin to come apart. And I don't want to be responsible for destroying our only copy. So you can get this book on Amazon as well. Again, link in the description below. Its list price is $27.50. However, it frequently goes on sale. And this week, I actually bought a used copy through Half Price Bookstore. They were selling it on Amazon. And so it wasn't at my local, there wasn't another copy at my local Half Price Bookstore. So I was able to get a copy. I believe I paid $5.99. So yes, I did buy another copy of the exact same book. But here's what I'm going to do with it. I am going to take it to my local Office Depot, and I'm going to ask them, I should check the gutter out first of all. This book looks like it's got a pretty good gutter. A gutter is the space inside the binding between the pages. So it's got a pretty wide enough gutter that I'm going to have my Office Depot cut off the spine completely and then coil bind it, spiral bind it for me. That way I can have it open on my desk when I'm writing or taking notes, or I can flip the pages over on the other side of itself like a notebook, just to make it that much more easy for me to, like I said, just dig in and use it. It's a much more comfortable way for me to consume a book that I'm really using as more like a workbook. And when I say workbook, I don't mean necessarily like, fill in the blanks kind of thing. I mean workbook in that like a textbook, right? I'm going to digest it. I'm going to make notes. I'm going to want to be able to refer back to it easily and quickly. And honestly, I want to be able to have it lie flat on the desk, which makes it that much more easier for me to take notes while I read it. So yeah, there you have it. There's just 3 really affordable, accessible tools to help you if you are looking for a way to, you don't have to jump on the personal curriculum bandwagon. But if you're looking for some good, accessible, solid tools to help you in your writing ventures, I can't recommend these tools highly enough. They have been not only accessible for me and helpful, but I've been excited to use them. And it almost feels like this learning journey about the craft of writing is a hobby in and of itself. And these tools have certainly been worth their weight in gold. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next video. Until next time, I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.